Hello everybody, my name is Emma and today I'm here to bring you my impressions on this bad boy right here, Bloodborne, which came out today on the PS4 in Australia. It came out yesterday in the US and I think very soon, if not now, in the UK. So we should all be playing this game in the not too distant future. I did stream this for 2 hours, so I'm just going to give my impressions on the initial couple of hours onto the game, which is still, enough. I didn't beat the first boss yet. I am up to the Cleric Beast. I'm 99% sure that is its name. If not, please correct me in the comments. But yeah, let's get into this. So a lot of you have subscribed to me, in the last year, so I'm just gonna go back through this anyway. I am quite the fan of the Souls series. I play Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2. All think they're absolutely fabulous games, so I do have a familiarity with these types of games, and Bloodborne is obviously the spiritual successor to it. So it shares a lot of similarities in terms of gameplay and lore and whatnot. So let's get into this in terms of impressions. Now, there is going to be a lot of people which are jumping into this game without playing the Souls games before, without even checking them out, and just buying this game because it is a PS4 exclusive, which they are hungry for, which obviously I don't blame them. There is a lot of hype around this game. But I don't want people that are watching this video, which do have a PS4, which are on the fence. I do really need you to think about this, just because this isn't the type of game which is for everyone, and that's something that I feel like I need to explain to people a lot. This game, you will get fucking murdered a lot. You can't just run in and kill people. You are not Kratos. You are not Nathan Drake in this game. If you make one mistake, you're probably dead. And that is the fun in this game, in terms of you're gonna die a lot, but there's gonna be a lot of learning of mechanics, of how enemies work, and I think you do pick that up when you're playing, obviously, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, so you can try to translate that onto Bloodborne. But there is still a learning curve, even with this game here. But yeah, if you are one of these new players, please go check out gameplay. Please understand how these games actually work, because if you are expecting something that you can kind of jump through and it not be that hard, like, you are quite mistaken. So these games aren't for everybody. I think that should be, like, posted on the box, like, not for everybody, and that's okay. These types of games are not good for time-constrained people like me. I still had to pick it up. But they take a fuck ton of time to learn. You can spend 3, 4, 5 hours on the same boss, doing the same thing over and over again, and still not win. So just keep that in mind if you are in that camp of people. But I still recommend, like, if you are at all interested in, like, pick it up. Because these games, as much as they are hard, they are so fulfilling when you finally do beat that boss, clear that area, because that's what you play these for. And you actually do feel like you've accomplished something, versus a lot of video games nowadays just like passing through the motions. This is really like, you worked for this, you won, congratulations. It's so fulfilling. So I love that feeling, so I recommend that to you. That was a massive rant just then. Going on, some people have asked me if I thought that this game was more or less difficult than Demon Souls and Dark Souls before it. It's kind of hard for me to judge in that regard, because I did play Demon Souls first, and obviously I was the worst at that game because I hadn't come across the mechanics before. But I would say Dark Souls 2 is the easiest game, at least at the start, for the series. Just like, the first boss is a fucking walk in the park of that game. Like, really, in comparison to all the other bosses / worlds before that. Even in that game, I accidentally joined a covenant, which made the game harder, and I was still able to beat the first boss, like, pretty much no dramas. This one, I think, is quite hard. I did, figure the way out the area eventually, but I still haven't beat the boss yet. But I do think that this is going to require a lot of grinding for items as well, so then I can actually progress onto that. So again, if you like that stuff, cool, maybe check this out. If you don't like that stuff, also cool. Maybe hold out for another type of game. In terms of this game being a next-gen game versus obviously everything else has been in the PlayStation 3 era, I think it's translated really well to next-gen consoles. Obviously there is some more learning curves and stuff to get, but mechanics seem still reasonably the same. Controller works well. There's obviously a bit of different mechanics. The main thing in this game, which is different to the others in my opinion, is the fact that there is like no emphasis on doing the shield up sword or weapon, whatever the hell you want to have, which is what I did a majority of the time when I was playing Demon Souls, Dark Souls. So having that out of there really makes you think in comparison. Like, I would always walk into a room like that, and now I've just got to be sort of more on my toes in that regard. So it's good that they have introduced that, but that is also a mechanic that, yeah, everyone needs to sort of think about, but I'm glad that they added it in. The game looks really beautiful. The game runs smoothly. I didn't have any technical issues, even though I didn't even update the game because it was like 3 gig and I just was like, fuck it, I want to stream. So I do recommend you pick it up overall. Like, I have seen no big problems with it. I liked Souls games, so I wanted to pick up Bloodborne. I just said that really weird. Thank you everybody for watching. I feel like I talked way more than I was intending to just then. If you have any questions or comments or whatnot about Bloodborne itself, please let me know in the comments, and I will make sure I reply to you. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. I've been streaming a lot there recently just because it is an easier way for me to actually be online and making content, but also playing games and doing stuff, and it is, you know, a lot less time consuming. Please let me know what you think of this video as well, because it's a bit less production quality, but I'm still talking about it, and I do have potential to make these types of videos a couple of times a week because they are really not that hard to do in comparison to ones where I have lots of lights and editing and writing and whatnot. So please let me know about everything. Thank you everybody for coming. Follow me on Twitter. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you all later. Thank you.